Hello, welcome back to Generation Media Reaction.
Hi.
My name is Dee.
And I'm Jay.
And thank you very much for joining us today. We are going to be watching a 1942 film called Casablanca.
I don't know anything about this film. What is it about?
Okay, I'll tell you what I know. It's made in 1942 during World War II, set in 1942 during World War II.
So it's black and white?
Yeah. I will quote you when we watched It's a Wonderful Life and you said, black and white doesn't make a difference. I believe this film is set around a bar in a place called Casablanca in Morocco. And it's about people coming and going amidst the turmoil of World War II. I think it's interesting to know that in 1940, let's say it's made in 1941, released in 1942, they didn't know how World War II was going to go, how it was going to end, or who was going to be involved in the conflict going forward. So it is a bit of a timepiece. It stars a Hollywood legend called Humphrey Bogart, another Hollywood legend called Ingrid Bergman. When I started liking films and then researching on my own films to watch, all these sort of pathways of filmmakers and actors to watch and all that sort of thing when I was younger, this film Casablanca was there at the top of lists of greatest films ever made. And I thought to myself, oh, not yet. As I went on in life, I went to late teens, let's say, really fervently watching films. There was this film again, Casablanca, there saying, watch me. But I said, no, not yet. I watched other films of the era, Third Man, Citizen Kane, but still I didn't watch Casablanca. I felt like it was too old for me. I felt like I would watch it when I was mature. And then I matured. And, let's say late 20s, still didn't watch Casablanca. And even now, I have not watched this film. I've been putting off watching it for such a long time, it made me realize, gee, what is the deal here? I guess I'm scared it's because I've heard it's a great film. Mm-hmm. I'm sort of wondering, gee, maybe I won't find it great, or maybe I'll watch it when the time is right, or when I'm focused, etc. And then we started this channel and Casablanca went on the list. I was like, no, not yet. And then I want to say thank you to Craig, who put a donation on the Buy Me a Coffee, and he said, kind of like Casablanca, love to you guys to react to that. And I was like, all right, we will watch Casablanca. So here we are, we're going to watch it. And the reason I talked about myself, my relationship with Casablanca, as it were, is because this is quite a big film for me to watch, especially as a first time watching. It does have status in my mind as being a great film, and here we are going to watch it. And I really enjoyed It's a Wonderful Life. Is this film as good? It's a great romance. I know a couple of lines from it because of, clips you see. So I know a little bit about a line with an aeroplane behind it, and I know a little bit about a line in a bar, Play It Again, Sam, and that's about it. Because I've deliberately not known too much about this, because I knew one day I would sit down and watch it properly. Today's the day.
Yeah.
So, film's been in my life for such a long time. This is quite a big occasion for me, and I'm glad that you're here too.
Is it a sad film?
I don't know. I know it's romantic, but I don't think it's tragic. I don't know. Let's find out what the fuss is all about. Should we do it?
Yeah.
Now I have a feeling, to be fair, it might be boring for you, but oh well, it might be a bit dated. But I'm also thinking that it might be such a timeless love story that won't matter. I don't know. You're going to see full honesty in my face. And yours. Be hard, be cool, be kind. All right, should we do it? Mm-hmm. All right, thank you very much for watching and joining us on our little journey through great films. We're going to watch the film. Please stick around for after the film for what we thought of it. Please like and subscribe and all those lovely things, and we will catch you after the film. We'll catch you later. I mean all that stuff. Like, this is like film royalty. It's like the golden age of cinema, Hollywood, and it's really considered like favourites of so many people when I was growing up. But there is a chance it's dated now. I don't know. It says from a play, based on a play.
Oh.
With the coming of the Second World War, Lisbon became the great embarkation point, and so a tortuous, roundabout refugee trail sprang up. Paris to Marseille, across the Mediterranean to Oran.
So at this time, when this is made, the Nazis had invaded a lot of countries in Europe and were trying to take over Europe. It made people run.
Okay.
To Casablanca, in French Morocco, might obtain exit visas and scurry to Lisbon. But the others wait in Casablanca, and wait, and wait.
To all officers, 2 German couriers carrying important official documents murdered on train from Oran. Round up all suspicious characters and search them for stolen documents.
So it's just a White House.
These papers expired 3 weeks ago. You'll have to come along.
Serious times. Oh, don't shoot him. In the back. Wow, he went down. Free France.
2 German couriers were found murdered. Unfortunately, along with these unhappy refugees, the scum of Europe has gravitated to Casablanca. Some of them have been waiting years for a visa. This place is full of vultures everywhere.
Are those the 2 famous actors?
No, I don't think so.
Waiter!
I think these are expositional characters.
I left my wallet in the hotel.
Oh!
No, you just had it stolen, mate, I think.
Perhaps tomorrow we'll be on the plane.
Unoccupied France welcomes you to Casablanca. My men are rounding up twice the usual number of suspects.
I have already heard about this cafe and also about Mr. Rick himself.
Rick's Cafe. Okay. This is the famous Rick's Cafe. I'm piecing this together. The Nazi Germans are after the murderers. They've occupied France. They're working with the French in Morocco to track down those individuals. Meanwhile, the place of Casablanca itself has become a place where people are trying to escape away from Europe.
Okay.
Wonderful you had to be.
Sorry, madame, but diamonds are a drug on the market. Everybody sells diamonds. There are diamonds everywhere. 2,400.
Diamonds everywhere.
I guess people are selling a lot of diamonds to try and make money so that they can migrate.
It leaves at 1 tomorrow night, here from the end of La Medina, the 3rd boat.
Thank you, thank you.
Are those the 2 famous? Tell me when we see them.
I think we'll know. No one's been featured properly yet. These feel like side characters. They're setting the scene.
Will you ask Rick if he'll have a drink with us?
Madame, he never drinks with customers. Monsieur. Monsieur.
There you go. Look. By his signature first, and then his hands, and there he is. That's Rick.
Your cash is good at the bar.
This is outrageous. I shall report it to the Angry.
Frank, one would think you've been doing this all your life. Now, what makes you think I haven't?
She's not very nice.
I think he's seen a lot of things.
Too bad about those 2 German couriers, really.
Huh?
I think he's just, he's been in the world a long time. He's seen, doesn't take rubbish from people, you know.
But think of all those poor refugees who must rot in this place if I didn't help them.
For a price, Ugarte. For a price.
Letters of transit, signed by General Wegon. Will you keep these for me, please?
All right. He's a tough guy. I guess you'd have to be to run a bar like this in this time. People coming, going. I didn't realize how much it was to do with essentially refugees and migrants and the issues that were going on in 1942, the escaping occupied European countries.
When you are blue, just...
I didn't really think about that. We have migrant things today, you know, people are trying to escape war-torn countries, etc.
Who's got nothing? We got nothing. How much nothing?
I think this was live. That was probably made live. A song. Played live.
Yeah, that was the entertainment.
And once again, let's know.
Instead of having music playing through speakers, the musicians are right there.
How's business at the Blue Parrot?
Fine, but I'd like to buy your cafe.
It's not for sale.
What do you want for Sam?
I don't buy or sell human beings.
Too bad that's Casablanca's leading commodity.
Are those the 2 main the 2 famous ones?
The guy on the right, but not the guy on the left.
Oh, I like it fine, yeah.
You'll double what I pay you.
Yeah, but I ain't got time to spend the money I make here.
Sorry.
What's her deal?
Where were you last night?
That's so long ago, I don't remember.
Will I see you tonight?
I never make plans that far ahead. You're going home. You've had a little too much to drink.
What a fool I was to fall for a man like you.
So go in and come right back.
Yes, boss.
Okay. She wanted him. I like the line, he doesn't think as far ahead as tonight. It's quite nice. Or yesterday happened so long ago.
How extravagant you are, throwing away women like that. The plane to Lisbon. You would like to be on it.
Why? What's in Lisbon? I came to Casablanca for the waters.
We're in the desert.
I was misinformed.
So, you know, when they talk about Lisbon, they mean Lisbon in Portugal. Because it's not too far away, but it's a place from which they can go to America.
There's going to be some excitement here tonight. We're going to make an arrest in your cafe. A murderer, no less.
I'd stick my neck out for nobody.
Rick, we'd have an important guest here tonight.
I see. And what's Strasser doing here?
Nice shadow.
There is a man arrived in Casablanca on his way to America. He will offer a fortune to anyone who'll furnish him with an exit visa.
Well, what's his name?
Victor Laszlo.
Anyone ever gave you the impression that I might be interested in helping Laszlo escape?
In 1936, you fought in Spain on the loyalist side.
Right. Spanish Civil War.
There was a Spanish Civil War.
Yeah.
I don't interfere with them, and they don't interfere with me.
So he's kept himself clean with his reputation of not doing anything underhand, with helping people with visas. But his reputation might be that he does.
See that Major Strasser gets a good table, one close to the lady.
This guy, Victor Laszlo, and his wife are the key. They don't want them to leave Casablanca.
Good evening, Captain.
Won't you join us?
Thank you.
Very interesting club.
In a few minutes, you'll see the arrest of the man who murdered your couriers.
Oh.
Will you please come with us?
Certainly.
What's his deal?
I don't know, but is he going to be taken away or something?
I don't know. He's right, yeah. Oh, is he going to get shot?
More like they're going to be shot.
Rick, help me.
Be a fool, you can't get away.
But Rick, hide me. Help me, Rick.
When they come to get me, Rick, I hope you'll be more of a help.
I'd stick my neck out for nobody.
Right.
Enjoy yourselves, all right, Sam?
Okay.
Wow. Okay. Like that, is it, Rick?
What is your nationality?
I'm a drunkard.
And that makes Rick a citizen of the world.
I was born in New York City, if that'll help you any.
Can you imagine us in London?
He sounds like Elmo.
How about New York?
Well, there are certain sections of New York, Major, that I wouldn't advise you to try to invade.
Rick is completely neutral about everything, and that takes in the field of women, too.
This is interesting.
You have no sympathy for the Fox, huh?
Not particularly. Hey, excuse me, gentlemen, your business is politics, mine is running a saloon.
You see, Major, you have nothing to worry about, Rick.
Perhaps.
But are they not going to recognize this Victor Laszlo?
Reserve the table. Victor Laszlo.
Oh.
Yes, Monsieur Laszlo.
There he is. Why don't they just... Did they
that
not
the
know what he
second
looks
one?
like?
That's the second actor.
That's the Victor Laszlo that they've been talking about. So, his wife is kind of a famous person.
Is that the second famous person?
Yeah, the wife.
Monsieur Laszlo, is it not?
Yes?
I am Captain Renault, Prefect of Police.
The present French administration hasn't always been so cordial.
You're very kind.
Please.
Oh, please, monsieur, it is a little game we play. They put it on the bill, I tear up the bill.
Don't say that to Rick.
The boy who's playing the piano. Somewhere I've seen him.
Sam, he came from Paris with Rick.
Rick, who's he?
Well, if I were a woman and I were not around, I should be in love with Rick.
Nice intro to Rick. His reputation precedes him.
Monsieur Laszlo, may I present Major Heinrich Strasser?
Well, you see, Major Strasser, I'm a Czechoslovakian.
Now you are a subject of the German Reich.
Oh no.
Or attend the prefect's office. Will, mademoiselle.
They have so many different singers. And
Yeah,
Be careful.
I will, don't worry.
because they wouldn't have recordings at home, you know.
He was arrested here tonight.
Could you ask the piano player to come over here, please?
Very well, mademoiselle.
Does she know the piano player? I get the feeling she does.
2 champagne cocktails, please.
Yes.
He's buying all the drinks.
Hello, Sam.
Hello, Miss Alison. I never expect to see you again.
oh yeah, they do know each other.
Yeah.
Been a long time.
A lot of water under the bridge.
And Sam came with Rick from Paris.
Where is Rick?
I ain't seen him all night. He went home.
Oh, she knows him.
You used to be a much better liar, Sam.
Leave him alone, Miss Elsa. You bad luck to him.
Play it once, Sam. For all time's sake. Play as time goes by.
Oh, I can't remember it myself.
Song I recognize.
Sam.
You must remember this.
Okay, so she and Rick once had a thing, I imagine.
Still say I love you.
Wow, this is holding that shot a long time.
Oh, there he is.
I don't want the future.
As the song is playing, it's going to tell him off.
Sam, I thought I told you never to play.
Did they know each other then?
Yeah,
Mademoiselle, may I present...
Hello, Elsa.
Hello, Rick.
they know each other very well, I think.
One hears a great deal about Rick in Casablanca and about Victor Laszlo everywhere. Won't you join us for a drink?
Never.
Thanks, I will.
Well, a precedent is being broken.
Let's see, the last time we met.
Was La Belle Aurore.
But of course that was the day the Germans marched into Paris.
Not an easy day to forget.
I hope you never say are welcome.
Not at all.
So I think Rick and her had a thing, a relationship, before the German Nazi party that they invaded Paris, and they
Yeah, I
went
know.
separate ways.
I know the Paris thing.
Still nobody in the world who can play as time goes by like Sam.
He hasn't played it in a long time.
Mr. Laszlo, you should be a little aware of what's going on with old Ricky boy there, and your wife.
Very puzzling fellow, this Rick. What sort is he?
Tomorrow at 10 at the prefect's office.
We'll be there.
Good night.
Good night.
I quite like the guy that keeps buzzing around and getting drinks for everyone.
Yeah.
He's quite likable, even though he's for the authorities.
It's closed now, I think.
Ain't you planning on going to bed in the near future?
No, waiting for a lady.
Ain't nothing but trouble for you here.
Coming back. I know she's coming back.
She's
Shut
gonna-
up and go home, will you?
No, sir. I'm staying right here.
So she really is.
December 1941 in Casablanca. What time is it in New York?
My watch stopped.
Of all the gin joints in all the towns in all the world, she walks into mine.
I know that line, the famous line.
Played it for her, you play it for me. Play it.
What does that song mean to them?
I guess they associate it with like the love between them. That they had a special connection and relationship. But the lyrics, as time goes by. Oh right, it says Paris. Oh, here we go. When they were together. He doesn't look so hard beaten by the world there.
Yeah. He looks like he wouldn't, he looks like he wouldn't only care about himself.
Yeah. Before the Nazis invaded Paris.
Who are you really, and what were you before?
We said no questions.
Here's looking at you, kid.
Yeah, so they definitely got close. So there's a big, big yearning he has for her. That's why Sam was saying, forget about her, you know. He must have taken a long time to get over her.
Oh.
Why I'm so lucky, why I should find you waiting for me to come along.
Why there is no other man in my life? That's easy. There was. He's dead.
I forgot we said no questions.
There's very dim lighting there.
Yeah.
Right. So this will be footage.
Huh?
So this is the Nazis.
Why were they riding on horses?
I guess it's just part of it all. The planes and tanks and horses and everything. They took over France. And in France there was the resistance, la résistance.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. Okay, cool. I wasn't sure how much you knew.
Les Allemands seront demain dans la capitale.
Nothing can stop them now.
Richard, they'll find out your record. It won't be safe for you here.
Is she supposed to be French then?
I don't know.
I think she must be with that beret. Not Swedish.
It's still the same old
Here we go.
story of fight.
Well, there's the song.
Yeah.
As time goes.
This sort of takes the sting out of being occupied.
He's looking at you, kid.
They say they expect to be in Paris tomorrow.
Day before. This is...
It's time to fall in love.
Yeah, it's pretty bad timing.
Is that cannon fire, or is it my heart pounding?
It's the new German 77.
You are in danger, and you must leave Paris.
No. We must leave. The train from Marseille leaves at 5 o'clock.
No, I'll meet you at the station.
At 4:45.
Why is she so hesitant?
Yeah, she's got a secret.
Hey, what's wrong, kid?
I love you so much,
She's hiding something. Reveal it.
and I hate this war so much.
I think it's going to be revealed tomorrow. Maybe she can't leave or something.
Kiss me as if it were the last time.
It is the last time.
Yeah, I think so. Something's going to happen here where they're not going to meet up. By her hand, I think.
Last train leaving in 3 minutes.
That's the last train before the Germans come in.
But this note came just after you left.
Richard,
I cannot go with you or ever see you again. You must not ask why, and believe that if you love you, my darling, and something.
That's the last call, Mr. Richard.
My darling. She can't... he mustn't ask why. What is her secret? She's already married.
She's cheating.
I don't know. No, he's clearly broken up about it. Oh, he was right.
Rick, I have to talk to you.
I saved my first drink to have with you. Why did you have to come to Casablanca? There are other places.
I wouldn't have come if I'd known that you were here. Can I tell you a story, Rick? It's about a girl who had just come to Paris from her home in Oslo. She met a man about whom she had heard her whole life.
So she's Norwegian.
Who was it you left me for? Was it Laszlo, or were there others in between? Or aren't you the kind that tell?
What is it? What's her secret?
Yeah, what is it?
There's nothing we can do.
Did you have a good night's rest?
I slept very well.
That's strange. Nobody is supposed to sleep well in Casablanca.
It is my duty to see that you stay in Casablanca. Visa Captain, would you think it is possible that Laszlo will receive a visa?
I'm afraid not.
You know the leader of the underground movement in Paris, in Prague, in Brussels, in Amsterdam.
Even Berlin.
Oh no. I'll try and tell them.
If I didn't give them to you in a concentration camp, I certainly won't give them to you now. From every corner of Europe, hundreds, thousands would rise to take our places. Even Nazis can't kill that fast.
Instant interest in Signor Ugarte.
May I speak to him now?
Signor Ugarte is dead.
Senior who?
Ugarte.
Who's that?
The guy that we saw get arrested.
What now? We haven't quite decided whether he committed suicide or died trying to escape.
It's the guy that was going to help him. So I think she's part of the resistance as well.
You're a fat hypocrite. You don't feel any sorrier for Ugarte than I do.
That was rough.
No one knows where those letters of transit are.
Practically no one.
I have a proposition for whoever has those letters.
He's the one that wanted to buy the place.
Rick, I'll put my cards on the table. I think you know where those letters are.
In good company. Renault and Strasser probably think so, too. That's why I came over here, to give them a chance to ransack my place.
Only 700 francs. Ah, the lady's a friend of Rick's. You can have it for 200.
I'm sorry I was in no condition to receive you when you called on me last night.
100 francs.
You can tell me now. I'm reasonably sober.
The Rick I knew in Paris, I could tell him he'd understand. We knew very little about each other when we were in love in Paris. If we leave it that way, maybe we'll remember those days, not Casablanca.
All the same, someday you'll lie to Laszlo. You'll be there.
No, you see, Victor Laszlo is my husband, and was, even when I knew you in Paris.
Oh my God. She did.
You mean for me to go on alone?
And only alone.
We are only interested in 2 visas, senor.
Hmm.
If I had to stay and there were only visa for 1, would you take it?
Yes, I would.
Yes, I see.
I love you very much, Elsa. For the present, we'll go on looking for 2 exit visas. Thank you very much.
I'll venture to guess that Ugarte left those letters with Monsieur Rick.
So Rick's gonna come be a thing for husband and wife. So she's married in Paris already.
I'm sorry.
That guy, he looks a little bit like one of your uncles.
Oh yeah, he does.
Well, I told Strasser he wouldn't find the letters here, but I told my men to be especially destructive. You know how that impresses Germans? Have you got those letters of transit?
Louis, are you pro-Vichy or free French?
The subject is closed.
No.
What is happening?
I will make this my business.
I don't like disturbances in my place. You either lay off politics or get out.
You see, Captain? Captain, are you entirely certain which side you're on?
I have no conviction, if that's what you mean.
To celebrate our leaving for America tomorrow.
Oh, thank you.
Leaving for America.
We have to see a successful story.
To America.
How's Lady Luck treating you? We'll find him over there.
This guy's really interesting, this character. It's like, is he slippery or is he not slippery? Is he
Monsieur Rick?
hiding from the Nazis or working for them, or...
What kind of a man is Captain Renaud?
Oh, just a minute. Who told you to ask me that? How long have you been married?
8 weeks.
8 weeks, hasn't he?
Yeah.
The devil has the people by the throat. And then Captain Renaud sees us, and he is so kind. He wants to help us.
And you want to know?
Will he keep his word?
He always has.
If someone loved you, could you forgive her?
Nobody ever loved me that much. Well, everybody in Casablanca has problems. Yours may work out, you'll excuse me.
Here we go.
I'll have Sam play As Time Goes By. I believe that's your favorite tune.
Oh, there he is. Oh, look, he whispered the song.
I said 22.
22 noirs.
Oh.
Leave it there.
Là, quand les jeux, mesdames, et quand les jeux sont faits.
Oh, he's helping.
Yeah.
22 noirs, père et père.
Cash it in and don't come back.
Oh.
What?
However he did that, he helped him because of what his wife had said.
Just a lucky guy.
So Rick's a good guy, deep down.
Yeah.
Still, it's very strange that you won. Well, maybe not so strange.
I don't know
Yeah,
if
he
he's
knew.
trustworthy.
I don't know, I think he is trustworthy, the local guy, I think he is. I think he's playing both sides, helping people and appeasing the Nazis. A tricky situation to be in.
As I suspected, you're a rank sentimentalist.
Monsieur Blaine, I wonder if I could talk to you. It's my privilege to be one of the leaders of a great movement.
The problems of the world are not in my department.
You fought against the fascists in Spain.
What of it? Make it $1 million francs or 3. My answer would still be the same.
There must be some reason why you won't let me have them.
I suggest that you ask your wife.
What's gonna happen?
He just wants to know. Does he want to just know? I don't know. Wants to have his heart unlocked.
Oh, no. Where's him on the piano? He's gone.
Yeah. Because the Nazis take over, they occupy. They'll take over his bar, maybe. It's a signifier.
Play La Marseillaise. Play it.
The resistance. That's a nice look from her. He does have the capacity to lead.
See what I mean? If Laszlo's presence in a cafe can inspire this unfortunate demonstration, what more will his presence in Casablanca bring on? The place is to be closed.
But I've no excuse to close it.
Find one.
This cafe is closed until further notice. Clear the room at once.
No.
That's what...
How can you close me up? On what ground?
I'm shocked to find that gambling is going on in here.
You're winning, sir.
Oh, thank you very much.
It is not safe for Laszlo to stay in Casablanca. But in Casablanca, human life is cheap.
That's a bit of a... Drew attention to yourself, buddy.
What happened with Rick?
We'll discuss it later.
Well, it's building on the personal level and the resistance level.
Yeah.
Is he going to have it out with her about... what is it? What is the thing with Rick? She had an affair, buddy.
Victor, why don't you tell me about Rick?
Apparently he has the letters, but no intention of selling them. He suggested I ask you.
Well, he's starting to realise. Oh no, how's he not realising? It's obvious that she's hiding something.
When I was in a concentration camp, were you lonely in Paris?
Yes, Victor, I was.
I know how it is to be lonely. Is there anything you wish to tell me?
Yes.
Is she going to say it?
No, she just said no.
I love you very much, my dear.
Victor, whatever I do, will you believe that I... Be careful.
Of course I'll be careful.
Oh, is he going to die?
I don't know.
I think he is.
Can be sure. Where's she going?
She's going to see Rick. That's what Rick wants. He wanted to see her again. Ask your wife.
How long can I afford to stay closed?
2 weeks, maybe 3.
In the meantime, everybody stays on salary.
Good night, Mr. Rick.
Rude.
What?
Rude.
Why? Why?
Could have said goodnight.
She's going to be there. Yeah.
I know how you feel about me, but I'm asking you to put your feelings aside for something more important.
Well, I'm the only cause I'm interested in.
But why not sell the papers?
Those days meant anything at all to me.
I wouldn't bring up Paris if I were you. It's poor salesmanship.
Please, you're a coward and weakling. If you don't help us, Victor Laszlo will die in Casablanca.
I'm going to die in Casablanca. It's a good spot for it.
All right. I tried to reason with you.
Oh my God.
I tried everything. Now I want those letters.
I didn't expect that.
Go ahead and shoot. You're doing me a favor.
Thought I would never see you again. The day you left Paris, if you knew what I went through, if you knew how much I loved you.
You shouldn't. What about what he went through?
How much I still love you.
She couldn't leave.
Oh no. Now what about the other guy? I can't even remember his name.
Victor Laszlo.
Yeah.
I was frantic. For months I tried to get word. Then it came. He was dead, shot, trying to escape. Then I met you.
Why weren't you honest with me? Why did you keep your marriage a secret?
Not even our closest friends knew about our marriage.
And when did you first find out he was alive?
Just before you and I were to leave Paris together.
It's still a story without an ending. What about now?
I know that I'll never have the strength to leave you again.
And Laszlo?
You'll see that he gets out. And then he'll have his work, all that he's been living for.
He won't have you.
You have to think for both of us.
He's looking at you, kid.
Ooh, predicament. I hope Laszlo doesn't get killed.
Why?
It's more interesting with him in it.
I think he will.
So at least he gets out if he dies.
Give you some butter.
Oh, this is interesting.
Yeah.
Carl, what happened?
We escaped in the last moment.
Come up here a minute.
Oh, who's part of the meeting?
No, why did she come out? Oh, never mind, she is still in the room.
I want you to take Miss Lund home.
He's gonna have a man-to-man chat with Laszlo. Men talking from the heart.
Had a close one, eh?
Yes, rather.
He looks different.
Don't you sometimes wonder if it's worth all this?
We might as well question why we breathe. I know, for instance, that you're in love with a woman. We both should be in love with the same woman. I knew there was something between you and Ilsa. I ask you as a favor to use the letters to take her away from Casablanca.
Hmm.
Oh no.
It seems that destiny has taken a hand.
I thought they were going to have it out with each other about... He did admit that he knew.
This isn't Germany or occupied France.
Don't count too much on my friendship, Ricky. In this matter, I'm powerless.
Yes, I have the letters. I intend using them myself. I'm taking a friend with me, one you'll appreciate. Louis, I'll make a deal with you to get something really big, something that would chuck him in a concentration camp for years. You get him and we get away.
There's still something about this business I don't quite understand.
She isn't just any woman.
I see.
I reckon that parrot was blue. That parrot was blue, I think.
To get out of Casablanca.
Anyway, my agreement with Sam has always been that he gets 25% of the profit.
Those are the letters.
So this is the arrangement. But Laszlo's been arrested already.
I thought I asked you to tie up your watchdog.
He must have been released.
Tell me, when we searched the place, where were they?
Sam's piano.
Where is Sam?
Yeah, we don't know.
Who's that? Is it,
It's Laszlo.
Victor thinks I'm leaving with him. Haven't you told him?
We'll tell him at the airport. The less time to think, the easier for all of us. Good, I've got the letters right here, all made out in blank. All you have to do is fill in the signatures.
Victor Laszlo, you're under arrest. Oh, you're surprised about my friend Ricky. Love, it seems, has triumphed over virtue. Thank... Under the circumstances, I will sit down.
Where do you even get that gun from?
Remember, this gun is pointed right at your heart.
That is my least vulnerable spot. Is that the airport? Huh? This is Captain Renault speaking.
Oh.
2 letters of transit for the Lisbon plane.
Ooh.
That's a pretty good move.
Lots of double crossing.
My car, quickly.
That's a good move.
Yeah. Oof. This could go down in any way.
Lisbon plane taking off in 10 minutes.
So he hasn't had Laszlo arrested. What's he going to do? He's put himself now to be arrested, but there's only 2 tickets.
Will you have your man go with Mr. Laszlo and take care of his luggage? And the names are Mr. and Mrs. Victor Laszlo.
Why my name, Richard?
Because you're getting on that plane. Now, you've got to listen to me. Inside of us, we both know you belong with Victor. If you're not with him, you'll regret it. Maybe not today, maybe not tomorrow, but soon and for the rest of your life.
What about us?
We'll always have Paris.
Why are you laughing?
It doesn't take much to see that the problems of 3 little people don't amount to a hill of beans in this crazy world. He's looking at you, kid.
He did the right thing. Bigger than himself. But is he putting himself in jeopardy? He must do, yeah.
You said you knew about Ilse and me. You didn't know she was at my place last night when you were. She tried everything to get them and nothing worked. She did her best to convince me that she was still in love with me. For your sake, she pretended it wasn't, and I let her pretend. I understand.
Ah.
I appreciate it.
I feel like one of them's gonna die though.
Welcome extra fight. This time I know our side will win.
There's a lot of subtext. The men understood each other there.
Goodbye, Rick. God bless you.
Well, I was right. You are a sentimentalist.
Stay where you are. I don't know what you're talking about.
But she knew you were lying. I'll have to arrest you, of course.
As soon as the plane goes, Louis.
What was the meaning of that phone call? Victor Laszlo is on that plane.
Get away from that phone. I was willing to shoot Captain Renault, and I'm willing to shoot you.
Oh.
Put it down.
Ooh.
Major Strasser has been shot.
Oh, he's holding them. He's letting the plane go.
Round up the usual suspects.
That line. He's stalling for the plane to go.
They just left.
Well, Rick, you're not only a sentimentalist, but you've become a patriot.
What? I hope it's a safe flight.
Might be a good idea for you to disappear from Casablanca for a while, and that 10,000 francs should pay our expenses.
Our expenses?
Yeah, I'm glad he remained
I think this
good.
is the beginning of a beautiful friendship.
I've heard that line too.
I think it was boring at some parts, but I think the ending was really good, and yeah, I really liked the ending.
In what way?
I just liked it, how he chose who to go on the plane, and then we had him not giving it away.
Yeah, he's risky. Well, he's murdered. I mean, yeah, he put his life on the line. He wasn't sure. I mean, it wasn't clear that he could have got away with that. But in the end, so there's a lot going on, isn't there, of how that could have gone, how that could have ended. So he had the plan to put them both on the plane, and he was requiring the head prefect of Guy, whose name I can't remember, is needing his cooperation, but he brought the German superior to the situation, which put them in jeopardy, but they got on the plane anyway. Then they were about to stop the plane, and that's when the prefect changed. He always was a good guy. I had a feeling, there was something about his character that was really cool, but he was playing both sides a lot. It's very, very good film. I do like the drama. I did not know it was such high stakes of essentially the resistance against the Nazis.
I think, I don't know, it's got that old feel.
It is old.
Yeah. And I don't know what else to say.
Well, what about the story? The balance between there's two things being balanced. There's the matter of the heart for the woman, and there's the matter of the fight against the fascist Nazis, and it juggles those two together. Which one was Rick going to fight for? Was he going to fight for his heart, or was he going to fight for the resistance? That's how I viewed it.
Yeah.
Because he was neutral all the way, even neutral of the heart. But in Paris, he wasn't. And when she came back, he could not be neutral of the heart anymore. And therefore, he also then could not be neutral with the politics. And in the end, he chose the greater good for the fight against the Nazis. And what I really, really like about this piece of work was that it was made it said December 1941. It was made before the outcome of the war. The fight was still going on. The Battle of Britain, I think, had happened, but it was no guarantee who was going to win the Battle of Europe. The Nazis were still strong, and the resistance was still strong, and it situates itself. Most films I have seen to do with World War II have been made after the war. You know, it's like looking back and going, oh, heroic, or all of that. Mm-hmm. What I really, really like about this as a piece of work and a timepiece is that they made it with this resistance going on, but not knowing really what the future held. I love that. I really like that.
Yeah.
I like his predicament. The papers, is this guy okay? The conversations that Rick has with Laszlo are brief. I would have liked to have seen more, but the subtext was there. They knew each other, they understood each other. I think that would suggest to me that each man, or that Laszlo knew exactly, instinctively, what had happened between him and his wife. When Rick at the end says to Laszlo, she tried to convince me she was still in love with me, he was basically saying he's letting her go and giving her a cover story.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was nice. Yeah, very good, very good. Really nice piece of work. It is a classic. It does pull you in. I was getting, so you said you were a bit bored.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a bit. It was like halfway.
I have to say, it was a bit slow, and I was like, but it built up very nicely, didn't it? I mean, it everything was positioning in a really nice way, and then right at that last, I would say 15, 20 minutes, I was hooked. I had to know how it ended.
I know. Like as soon as the guy came down the stairs.
Yeah.
And said, "I'm gonna have to arrest you."
Yeah, there's lots of moments.
That's when it started to get really good.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. It was well done for persevering it. Well done. Yeah, well done. I could feel you. Where this is going, and I was getting a bit. Maybe. Is this just going to be a soppy story? But it pulled out the meaty stuff right there at the end. Yeah, it's good. I love the friendship. The friendship of the two guys. It all clicks into place, and even him crossing over to permit essentially the killing of that Nazi. Round up the usual suspects, which is a line I want you to remember. Really good. Get on that plane.
If he was a Nazi, why do you want the rebellion to win? Like, to
Who?
make it?
Which
The
one?
guy that,
At the end?
Yeah.
So he's not a Nazi. It's a role. It took me a while to figure out his role. His Casablanca is under French control, I believe. But France is under Nazi control. So he has to sort of do what the Nazis tell him to do for his own political kind of survival. But he doesn't agree with the Nazis. So he himself was torn between the two. Essentially a French police officer.
Okay.
Of the time, that would be understood a bit quicker. We have to look back through the lenses of that. And I gather that in France, you know, there'd be lots of similar authority people. You know, the Nazis would have had to have had people like that to have occupied France. And of course, likewise, there would have been those of the resistance. And so they probably didn't like the French police who worked with the Nazis. But there were probably those who worked with the Nazis with the French police who were also working for the resistance and having double lives as well. It's very complicated stuff.
Okay.
Black and white film from 1942. So how many years is that? 80 years. Does the film survive 80 years to still be interesting to you now?
I could see it not being interesting to many until like 3/4 in. Because I also, where did Sam go?
Yes, where did Sam go? No, he was mentioned in the conversation with the Blue Parrot owner who buys Rick's cocktail bar that he will look after Sam. So Sam will be looked after at 25%. Now, I remember when we watched It's a Wonderful Life and you said you enjoyed it, but you also said to me you didn't feel like you had a life experience to properly understand it. I think Casablanca is a little similar because it deals with matters of the heart and falling in love as a mature adult and having love lost. You know, having that understanding with watching it does make it more deep of an experience. But I think you did well to watch it regardless.
Yeah.
Well done. You did well. You were really attentive. I liked that. You were really watching it like a little film student.
Thank you for watching. I think we both thought it was pretty good, especially the ending part.
Thank you very much. Thank you for joining us with that special screening. I've now seen Casablanca, and thank you for watching it with me, and thank you for enduring what was a slow film to begin with. Yeah, I get it now. I get why it's a great film. It really is a good film. He puts aside his matter of his heart for the greater good. I would say neutrality of the heart is lost and neutrality of politics was lost. Or the greater good of the heart was gained and the greater good of politics was gained. That's how I feel immediately after watching it anyway. More thought to be done with it. If you like this reaction, please like and subscribe and notification bell, etc, etc. And we will catch you with the next screening. Until then, take care.